I won something in a raffle that enabled me to go to a gym for 6 weeks. Something that I always known I perhaps ought to be doing and didn't, but this was the opportunity. Unfortunately, as time went on, I began to feel quite a lot of pain in my shoulder, and although I approached them, and they were great, but they said just work through it, it's not clicking, and in the end it incapacitated me with pain and fear. I think knowing myself, part of it was being in denial about there being a problem. I am a self-fix-it individual, and again, is that about denial? Who knows? Who cares? As long as it's fixed. So it was, oh, it'll be all right, and then it got worse, and then it was subconsciously, do I really want to know how bad this is? And ultimately it was, this can't get better without surgery, I'm in agony, and I am a full-on doer. And every single action that I took gave me a feeling of panic about, I'm going to be incapacitated for months with this shoulder. Shoulders are complicated, they're not going to be able to fix it. And I couldn't do what I needed to do. I need to look after my grandchild. I care for an elderly person. My husband is chronically sick. What do I do with all those responsibilities? Horrendous fear. I didn't want to face it. Didn't want to look at it, and I didn't want to be told. Yeah. You were quite abrupt and you shut me up, which was absolutely necessary because, as this will attest to, I will talk for England, which was perfect for me because I knew that the more you talked, the more I felt that I could trust what was happening. That was a big thing. The initial consultation, however, even at that stage, changed my whole outlook. You told me 2 or 3 really, really pivotal things. One of them was, when you had done the assessment on my shoulder that first time, you said, you will not hurt yourself by anything I give you to do. You won't make it worse. I could have cried because that isn't what I had in my mind. It had become so painful. The other thing is, you said there isn't permanent damage here that's going to require anything that we can't look at and deal with. That confidence was unbelievable. I could have cried again. I'm not a crier, but I could have cried. And but then, and I can't even remember, oh, that was right. And then you began to explain to me about how the brain can actually exacerbate pain by anticipating it, and you also said that this won't be chronic. But because it's too new, 6 or 8 weeks I'd messed about with this. But actually, you explaining to me the way that the brain deals with pain, with recovery, and all the way along the line, not just that first time, but the first time made me believe you 500%, an exaggeration, 100%. And that, then you sold, then you're done, you're recovered, because it just needs time to build on that. And I trusted it implicitly, yeah. The other thing, can I say, when you and I, prior to this video, talked about holistic, which I do find a bit buzzy and a bit difficult, but I had never anticipated that coming to you with a shoulder injury, as I did, I have actually massively improved my balance and have also improved a really quite restricting neck problem. Now, neither of those are cured, but they are manageable, and I have confidence in them. And even if a little blip again, I know that I could just go back and say, hey, do it again, and you will.
Yeah.
So it's incredible. I just passionately want people to get better, and actually this is the way to do it.